Hi, this is Karl Palachuk from the Small Biz Thoughts technology community, and I have built and sold a couple of managed service businesses in Sacramento, California. And I've spent about 15 years writing books, managed services in a month, cloud services in a month, lots of other books, all designed to help you to be as successful as possible. My mission is to help IT consultants be better at the business part of their business. So processes, procedures, making sure that you've got your employee management systems in place, training, so forth and so on. A big piece of that I've developed over the last couple of years is the Small Biz Thoughts technology community. We're an online community of a few hundred very dedicated managed service providers and IT professionals who want to be managed service providers. And we get together online, in forums, on phone calls, in classes, and help each other to be more successful. Now, some of you might say, I'm not big enough for that. And some of you might say, I'm not small enough for that. Let me tell you, we have several people who are just 1, 2, 3-person shops. We also have companies that have 50 and 60 employees. Because at the end of the day, the things you need to be successful are pretty much the same no matter what size your business is. And even companies who are large have a lot to learn. So today I want to talk about 6 or 7 things that you can do in 2021 to make sure that you maximize your success. You know, 2021 is going to be a difficult year. There's literally no way around that. A lot of us did really well in 2020 because we spent a lot of time helping clients to move out of their offices into their homes, keep it secure, keep people connected. A lot of people took that opportunity to move many resources up to cloud services, which is awesome, and help clients have a very positive experience with that. We need to continue that into 2021, but we have a different set of challenges. So, first of all, the economy it has to hit bottom before it can bounce back. So this so-called recovery is going to take another 3 to 6 months. At the same time, dealing with the pandemic and the vaccine and whatever, we will probably not see significant changes with regard to the pandemic for at least 2 or 3 months. And then it'll be a few months after that before things finally get back to normal. I hope, and I have no crystal ball, but I'm hoping that by the second half of 2021, things will be pretty much back to whatever normal is, or the so-called new normal. But you need to know that there are challenges to your business that you have to pay attention to. So what can you do to make the most of this situation that you know is going to be difficult? Well, let's look at 6 or 7 things. So first thing is training. And there's lots and lots of kinds of training, but you need to make sure that your staff is up to spec on the new technologies, on new services that you're offering, on new resources that are out there, certainly on ransomware and, fighting the bad guys, right? All of that stuff continues on. One way that you can get that training, turns out to be within our community. So we have a lot of members-only training, plus we give huge discounts over at Great Little Seminar. So at greatlittleseminar.com, we do normally 10 classes a year. We charge $299 per student. You can join our community and get a 1-year pass to those classes. If you buy an annual subscription to our community, you get all of those classes at no additional charge. So you only pay $999 before January 1st, and you get $3,000 worth of classes. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a bit of a no-brainer. Monthly subscribers to the Small Biz Thoughts technology community still get a huge discount. You get each of those classes for $99, so you save $2,000 a year, which is still a pretty good savings given the fact that you're only paying a monthly fee of $119. Second, or maybe it's third, somewhat related to that is books. One of the things that I did when I started my community is I took all of the books, every book I've ever written, and put them into the community, all members get access to all of my books in all formats at no additional charge. Plus, I'm putting in all of my checklists, all of my forms, SOPs. Basically, I'm gradually putting every single thing I've ever done into the community so that members get it all for one price. This is a huge, massive resource. In fact, this is literally a resource that nobody else can offer because these are the materials I've created over the years. So third, or maybe fourth, within the community, we have a lot of forums. So this is a place for you to bring up questions, talk about challenges you have with other people. And fourth or fifth, it's the people that matter. You know, the other people in the community are people who have your business model, they're in the same industry as you, they have the same challenges, they're looking for the same tools, they're looking for the same resources, they want to talk about those vendors, they want to talk about experiences with certain technology, they want to help each other find things like cameras during the pandemic and when everybody's scouring the world to see if they can find new cameras, so forth. Basically, it's a broad community worldwide that you can rely on to help you as you face challenges going forward. So fifth or sixth, I don't know where we are on the list, but we have regular calls. So it's kind of related to the people piece, but we have a monthly meeting every month with our community members where we specifically get together and present some information and then have open calls, open Q&A section where anybody can bring up anything and we discuss it as a group and sometimes make some decisions about where the community is going to go. During the pandemic, we started doing weekly calls and those have become super popular, so we just continued it. So since about March, we've been doing a call every single week, and those are literally open forum. Kara sort of guides us around here and there, but basically the conversation is however the community wants it to go. Some of it is questions for me, coaching type questions, but a lot of it is members asking each other's questions about all of those things that you need to know in your business. Where are you getting training? What products are you training on? Which vendors are you looking for? Which vendors are you moving away from? Right? All those things that you see. But here's the best part about this community. You know that every one of these people is successful and has committed to their own success by buying a membership in this community. You know, there's great online forums, but let's be very honest. In some of these forums, it harkens back to the old New Yorker cartoon from literally the 1990s. On the internet, no one knows you're a dog. Well, on the internet, you can go in there and give advice about a vendor or a product or whatever, and nobody knows that you're a complete failure sitting in your basement, and you really shouldn't be giving anybody advice on anything. In our community, we know who these people are. We know that they have invested in their business. We know the challenges they're facing because we meet with them week after week after week. And it really does make a difference to be surrounded with people who are successful and are moving in the same direction within your own industry. Some people say, well, I don't want to talk to my competitors. Psst, let me just tell you. So 25 years in Sacramento, California, I owned a managed service business, one or the other. And in all of those businesses and all of those years, the only time I ever saw any of my competition was when we got together for a monthly IT professionals user group meeting. You know, I just didn't feel like I ever competed against these people. And, you know, it's funny, sometimes I'll meet people out in the world and they'll say, hey, do you know blah, 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 blah? And I'll be like, nope, I never heard of them. Oh, well, they're one of the biggest managed service providers in Sacramento. Look, Sacramento's not that big, but we just don't compete with each other. I mean, we really, really don't. You know, one of the absolutely unbreakable rules of service delivery is that your competition really is irrelevant, and you need to know that. And the more attention you focus on your competition, the less attention you are focusing on your clients. So I recommend that you just completely and absolutely ignore your competition. Other people do not compete for your dollars. There is enough money, there are enough clients in the world that you literally have no competition as long as you're good at what you do. Focusing on the quality of service that you give and the education level of your employees is far more important than worrying about whether somebody across town is giving $10 off on some service. And finally, and I think it's 6 or 7, one of the greatest assets in our community is we have Kara, who is our full-time community manager. She monitors when people have questions about stuff. How do I find something? Where do I do this? When is this going to be held? Where's that recording? She is constantly monitoring things, as well as she's our primary web developer. So, when she gets an idea and people say, hey, can we do gamification? Absolutely, she makes it happen. So she's really great at managing the community. She is the first line of support, and she's really fun to work with, and she's a great personality. So we love having her in the community, and we think that you will too. So the best thing that you can do in 2021 is to join the Small Biz Thoughts technology community. And here's the important safety tip. The price goes up January 1st. So we're going to $1,099 a year, $1,099 a year, up from $999. So, it's only $100 a year. But if you join in December 2020, you will lock in that price for life. So no matter what price increases happen in the future, your price will never go up. It's also the case that we're not raising the monthly price, but the monthly is $119. If you lock in at that price, your monthly cost will never go up. There is a 12-month commitment, let's be honest, but if you want to make the monthly payments, you can do that, and that price will never increase for life. So there's lots and lots of great information. If you go to smallbizthoughts.org, check it out, look and see what's going on there. We would love to have you join us and to help you be as successful as possible in 2021. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Karl Palachuk, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business.